And okay, let me put view, speaker view, so it records that way. All right. Okay. If at any time you can't hear me, let me know. Because my earbuds aren't working today for whatever reason. So I can't use them. So I'll be yelling today. So for whatever reason I'm not speaking loud enough, let me know. Okay. And I may, instead of doing it with you, be sitting up so that you can hear me, because if I lie down, you might not be able to hear me. So if you need a demonstration, if I'm not being clear enough and I'm not demonstrating, let me know, okay? All right, let's begin. Sit comfortably as you possibly can. But make sure your back is straight, your neck is straight, and your head is straight. As you're breathing in, raise your shoulders up, take them back, and as you're breathing out, just gently drop them. Bring your hands in your lap, right palm holding the left hand, both palms facing toward the sky, and the thumbs gently touching each other. Breathe in through your nose, and breathe out through the center of the lips, and gently close your eye. Breathing in through the nose, and out through the center of the lips. Take your time. Make sure you are in a space of receivership this morning. And how do we do that? Become aware of the present moment. You can't receive really if your mind is going to the future, settling on the past. Try to bring yourself to this present moment. Be with yourself on the mat or on the towel, or wherever it is that you're sitting. Come back to the breath so that you understand what's happening with you. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through the center of the breath. We're going to incorporate into the practice this morning, into our centering, the aspect of gratitude. I think it is really important for us to begin our mornings with some sort of gratitude. That way we spend the day coming from a place of abundance instead of a place of lack. So at this time, as we sit here, focusing on the breath in and the breath out, let's begin by being grateful for that breath. Be aware of that breath that you're taking in, and be aware of releasing that breath. Observe it as it fills your lungs. And observe the mechanism of releasing that breath out. Become aware of the environment around you, the place where you're sitting. Be aware of being safe. You may not have eaten this morning, but be aware of being able to eat at any time and have food to eat at any time. Be aware of this body becoming very stable. Be aware of this body becoming very even keeled. Now I'd like you to let the mind wander to other things that you're grateful for, or other people that you're grateful for, or events that you're grateful for. Just let the mind wander in that direction. With each moment, with each person, with each thing that you're grateful for, visualize it coming to your heart and filling your heart with that gratitude for that. And as you're releasing the breath, let the breath be a release, the exhalation be a release in gratitude. Feel the connection with that grace as you're becoming aware of how abundant your life is. Take your time doing it. If the mind shifts onto something else, just bring it back. And continue to find things to be grateful for. It is the simplest, smallest thing, smallest events that elevate our life. And as you start finding those things, become aware of the simplicity of them. But the joy that they bring, maybe the stability they bring, the peace they may bring. Start feeling them all around you, abundance. Those gifts from the universe. And that first gift began with you. Be aware of you being a gift from this universe to the universe. A manifestation. A piece of the puzzle. Without which the puzzle wouldn't be complete. Sarvetra Sukhina Santu Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Patrani Pashanto Makashi Tama Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Punatu Saharveryam Sarvavahe Tejatsvinavati Tamastu Ma Vidvishtavahe Oh. May every being be happy. May every being be free from all diseases. May every being feel and appear blissful. May there not be trace of sorrow within any being. Blessing. So we may live together. We may be nourished together. Learn the brilliance of this knowledge together, leading to self-unfoldment without any sense of pride, prejudice, or ego. May peace prevail in all the celestial bodies in the cosmos. May peace prevail along our bodies and our minds. And may we realize we are part of the cosmos. We are part of it. Om Shanti. Keeping your eyes closed, bring your hands on your knees, palms facing toward the sky. Fingers are extended, but relaxed. We'll be chanting Om 5 times. Om is A-U-M. Combination of those letters makes up that sound. As we chant, be aware how this Om, this chant, springs from the center of your chest. And observe how it reverberates and vibrates throughout your entire body and beyond. Be aware of the center of your palms, receiving at the center of the palms. And become aware of the crown of your head, connecting to the crown of the head. Take a deep breath in and we'll begin. Without moving, become aware of this body, become aware of your hands. The hands may feel heavy. They may feel like you're holding something. Without moving, now be aware of the rest of the body. Where in the body you may have some discomfort, where there may be some pain, where you may be holding. Remember, the brain is part of the body, and in this case, so is the mind. If you have issues, things going on in the brain, be aware of that. If what you're finding is that you're fine, but your mind is restless, be aware of that. And now, take your hands and place them wherever it is you need some comfort, some healing. Take the hands and place them there. Visualize them as a blanket of wellness, an energy that is being transferred to that space where there may be an imbalance. That prana. That the intention be one of love and compassion. And when you feel hands have given everything they needed to give, bring them back in your lap. Take your time. With the right hand, hold the left. both palms facing toward the sky and the thumbs gently touching each other. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Breathe in again. And as you breathe out, become aware of this body, in this place, in this space, at this moment in time. Breathe in one more time. And as you breathe out, let the breath begin at the crown of your head and flow throughout your entire body, all the way down to the tips of your toes. With love, with compassion, and gratitude. Before you open your eyes, please set your sankalpa, your intention for your practice today. Why are you here? There's no right or wrong answer. The answer is very personal. Just make sure that when you're setting your sankalpa, your intention, that you're using positive words. And when you're ready, slowly and gently open your eyes. Namaste. All righty, well, welcome. Extend your legs if they're crossed. Let them wake up. Let the feet wake up. Starting your day with a feeling of abundance, with a feeling of gratitude, can make a really big difference in your day. It can set the tone for the day. And it doesn't have to be much time. You don't have to spend a lot of time thinking of things to be grateful for. You know, you can even start as with a breath and then just start working yourself out from the body. For example, I can say, this house, this mat, I adore this mat. that gives me this nice little layer between me and the hard floor. It can be something as simple as the walls around me. You know, we tend to take for granted that we're protected, that we're in a space where we're safe. And then we work our way through that, right? It can be friends, pets, family, but it can be very small things, you know? The technology of this watch to tell me what time it is so that I can keep track of the clock. The big numbers so that I can see them without glasses, you know, that kind of thing. It doesn't have to be this overwhelmingly big event or no, it's the little things in life that make our life easy. And the beauty of gratitude is when you start focusing on that, there's no room for anything else. Fear, anger, all of those things or any other feelings that may be going in a different direction no longer have space. There's only space for that. And so what happens is if we wake up or we're in a lower frequency, this focus on something to be grateful for raises our frequency. And in raising our frequency, we start becoming lighter physically, mentally, and emotionally. So it's a beautiful process. So, tidbit for the day. Maybe focus on that when you wake up first thing. Yeah, it will change your day. It'll change your life one day at a time. Today we're going to be focusing on circulation, but you're going to be maybe surprised when I tell you that one of the most important things for your circulation is your breath. If you're not breathing properly, you're constricting things in the body. If the breath is at the chest, if the breath is a breath that indicates to the body that something is in trouble, that you are in trouble, that you're under duress, then many things in the body start constricting, including in the circulatory system. Why? Because if you're in danger of that lion chasing you or of somebody cutting you with a knife, then things will constrict so that you don't bleed to death. And what is that? That's the circulatory system, correct? So when we breathe properly, we're letting the body know that there is no danger, that this body is completely safe, and that its functions are open to being normal function of rest and digest, of repair. So I'm going to start with the breath when we're talking about the circulatory system. Very important that the breath begin at the belly, that it be an abdominal breath, that it be a diaphragmatic breath, whatever name you want to give it. I call it the belly. Why? Because the belly breath signals to the body that the body is safe, that there's nothing to worry about. It activates the vagus nerve, which brings and triggers that rest and digest mechanism in the body. It allows homeostasis to occur in the body. So unless that's happening, our circulatory system and all the systems in the body will not be working at their best. And what we want is our best, especially during the day, throughout the day. Of course, there are going to be times that we're going to need that shallow breath at the chest, if we need to run, if we need to defend ourselves, because we need that. But throughout the day, we're not being chased by a lion. We are not being chased by somebody trying to harm us. Maybe psychologically we feel that they are, but not physically. So it's important that we let the body know that. The body only knows what the breath is telling you. So if the breath is a shallow breath, if the breath is a stressed breath throughout the day, the body internalizes that stress and responds to that. So let's begin by incorporating the belly breath. So sit with your back straight, arms relaxed. You can have them just on your knees. You can bring them into a mudra, but in this case, let's just have the arms relaxed, palms facing down. And focus on the breath. Close your eyes. And as you're breathing in, I want you to guide the breath to the belly, filling the belly. And as you're breathing out, release the breath from the belly. Don't let the breath rise and go anywhere else. Just let the breath be at the belly. If you're having a hard time visualizing this or doing this, I'd like you to visualize a balloon in your belly. And as you're breathing in, fill that balloon. And as you breathe out, let the air be released from that balloon. Breathing in, fill the balloon. And breathing out, release the air. Take your time. Let the breath be normal. You can use your inhalation through your nose and the exhalation through the lips. It facilitates doing this breath this way. It makes it a little bit easier when we're blowing out to release from the belly. But eventually, I want you to be able to do it just breathing in and out through the nostrils. Focus on the belly and the breath being only. Now, you'll begin the breath at the belly, but I want you to observe how it rises on its own. Don't try to keep it in the belly. Just begin the breath at the belly and then observe where the breath goes. It'll rise on its own. That's the way the tendency of the breath is to rise. But where is it rising from to begin with? We don't want it rising, the base to be at the chest. We want the base to be at the belly. That's why my emphasis on the belly breath. You begin at the belly and then the belly rises on its own. Gently close your eyes if they're not closed and observe that. Beginning the breath at the belly, and then observe it rising toward the chest. And as you're breathing out, observe as you release it from the chest and release it from the belly. And slowly and gently, when you're ready, open your eyes. This is the way we need to breathe all the time. When we're watching TV, when we're reading, when we're talking to somebody, because this is what brings us wellness. And we need to focus. The breath is the indicator of our wellness. Check in on the breath throughout the day. If you find that you're having a shallow breath, step back mentally, even physically if you want to, and sink into that belly breath. All right. Now, I had a request for the clock, and you'd say, what does the clock have to do with circulatory? And I have to say brilliant for the person that requested it, because if we have constriction, if we have tense, tightness and tenseness throughout the shoulders, throughout the neck, our circulation isn't as adequate and isn't as good as it should be. So we want to have as little stress as we can through this area so that we have a nice blood flow coming to the brain. That's why our inverted postures are so beautiful. When we're inverting and the neck is just hanging, we give that opportunity for the blood to flow to the brain. But we're not hanging all the time, right? So it's really necessary that we understand that the tension throughout the neck and the shoulders should be avoided as much as possible. But we should work and use the tools that we have to let the flow of energy and the flow of blood be as fluid as possible. So we're going to do the clock. Clock, how do we do the clock? I want you to visualize the face of a clock in this plane right here. Okay? And not a digital clock, a clock with arms. So 12 o'clock would be in front of you. 6 o'clock would be behind you. 3 o'clock would be to your right, and 9 o'clock would be to your left. Okay? We're going to use our chin to mark each number on the clock. Okay? We'll also be using our ears to mark the numbers on the clock. So let me show you, and then we'll do it together. As we breathe out, we'll be breathing out at 12 o'clock to begin. We'll raise our head, and then we'll move to the right a little bit and bring our chin down on our chest again as we're breathing out to 1 o'clock. Then we lift our head, breathe in, and then we take our chin closer to the front of the shoulder at 2 o'clock. We raise our head, breathe in. When we go to 3 o'clock, we're going to bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Take a breath out. Breathing in, we come back to center. 4 o'clock is in the back. 5 o'clock is in the back. 6 o'clock is straight back. Chin toward the sky. We bring our head up. We breathe in. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, left ear to the left shoulder. We raise our head, breathe in, and then we're going to do 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and 12. We'll finish the whole clock, and then we'll go backwards. We'll go counterclockwise. Now, I've asked you to raise your head and then breathe in. If you find it stressful, if you find that you need that breath as you're raising your head, go ahead and do that. The last thing I want you to do is be stressed. But what you're going to find is as you're doing this, you're going to start relaxing, and it'll become easier for you to raise your head and then breathe in. So just kind of gauge it for yourself. But again, the last thing I want you to do is to be stressed. So if you need to breathe in as you're bringing the head up, please do so. So let's begin. Arms are straight. Hands are on the knees. Why? Because this ensures that your back will remain straight. So I want the back to remain straight as much as possible. The shoulders are not up around your ears. The shoulders are down. Even though the arms are straight, the shoulders are down. Okay? Breathe in here in the center, and we'll begin. And as we breathe out, we're going to bring our chin down, straight down the chest to 12 o'clock. Raise the head up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, go slightly to the right, bring the chin on the chest on the right to 1 o'clock. Raise the head up, breathe in. As you breathe out, you go further right to 2 o'clock. Raise the head up, breathe in. And as you breathe out, you're going to be taking the right ear toward the right shoulder at 3 o'clock. Raise the head up, breathe in. As you breathe out, take the head back at 4 o'clock. Head up, breathe in. As you breathe out, head back to 5 o'clock. Head up, breathe in. And now as you breathe out, head back at 6 o'clock, chin toward the sky. Nice stretch in the throat. Head up, breathe in. As you breathe out, head back to 7 o'clock. Head up, breathe in. As you breathe out, head toward 8 o'clock on the left. Head up, breathe in, check your shoulders. As you breathe out, left ear to left shoulder at 9. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, chin to the chest on the left side at 10 o'clock. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, chin toward the left at 11 o'clock. Head up, breathe in, and as you breathe out, chin straight down at 12 o'clock on the chest. Head up, breathe in, and stay here for a moment. Just breathe in and out, be aware of the effect of this asana / pranayama on the neck region, on the shoulder. Now we're going to be going counterclockwise. Breathe in the center. As you breathe out, bring the chin down at 12 o'clock, straight down center of the chest. Head up, breathe in. As you breathe out, you go toward the left at 11 o'clock. Head up, breathe in. As you're breathing out, head toward the left at 10 o'clock. Head up, breathe in, and as you're breathing out, bring your left ear toward your left shoulder. Don't raise your shoulder. Head up, breathe in. As you're breathing out, bring your head back at 8 o'clock. Head up, breathe in, and as you're breathing out, take the head back at 7 o'clock. Head up, breathe in, and as you're breathing out, head straight back at 6 o'clock. Chin toward the sky. Head up, breathe in. As you're breathing out, go back toward 5 o'clock. Head up, breathe in. As you breathe out, head back toward 4 o'clock. Head up, breathe in. As you breathe out, take your right ear to your right shoulder at 3 o'clock. Head up, breathe in. As you breathe out, take your chin toward the right at 2 o'clock. Head up, breathe in. As you breathe out, take your chin down at 1 o'clock. Head up, breathe in, and finally, as you breathe out, keep the chin straight down at 12. Head up, breathe in, and stay here with your eyes closed. We'll be turning our head as if someone were behind us, and we'll be looking over our shoulders. So breathe in the center, keep your eyes closed. And as you're breathing out, turn your head to the right, as if you were looking over your shoulder at somebody behind you. As you breathe in, bring the head back to center. And as you breathe out, turn to the left. Breathing in, back to center. Try to keep the body straight. The only thing that's turning is the neck. Breathing out to the right. Breathing in, back to center. And breathing out to the left. Breathing in, back at center. And stay here, please. Keep your eyes closed. You can bring your palms in your lap and just become aware of what's happening. And gently open your eyes. And we'll be doing circles with the neck. So we'll be going in one direction twice, and then we'll be going in the other direction twice. Now, very slowly, very gently. When we're talking about our neck, we have to be very gentle and very careful. So when we're rotating the neck, never do it with a jerk, never do it quickly, do it gently and slowly. So I'll guide you and try to stay with me on this guidance, okay? Well, I'll be using the clock as reference of where and how the neck needs to go. So we begin, breathe in the center here. And as you breathe out, take your chin down to 12 o'clock. Now, as you're breathing in, start rotating the head toward the right. We'll go past 3 o'clock. Finish that breath in at 6 o'clock. And as you breathe out, go toward the left. You'll go past 9 o'clock and finish that breath out at 12 o'clock. Again, breathing in, go to the right. Going past 3 o'clock, finishing that breath in at 6 o'clock. And breathing out, going to the left, going past 9 o'clock, finishing that breath out at 12 o'clock. Raise your head for a moment. Breathe in. And now as you're breathing out, the chin's going to go down. Exhale completely, and we'll go in the opposite direction. So breathing in, go to the left, past 9 o'clock, finish that breath in at 6 o'clock. Breathing out, going to the right, past 3 o'clock, finish that breath out at 12 o'clock. Breathing in toward the left, going past 9 o'clock, finishing that breath in at 6 o'clock. Breathing out, going to the right, past 3 o'clock, finishing that breath out at 12 o'clock. And now raise your head. Breathe in. And gently release the breath out. Breathe in again through your nostrils. And breathe out. I'm going to ask you to breathe in through the nostrils, but as you breathe out, I'd like you to make it a nice big open mouth. So breathe in through your nose and breathe out with an open mouth. One more time. Breathe in through the nose and breathe out with an open mouth. Slowly and gently become aware of the neck, become aware of the shoulders and the arms and the hands, your torso, your legs, your feet, and slowly and gently open. Okay. So that was probably the last thing you expected for the circulatory system, but it's really important. Really important to have this area be as flexible and as relaxed as possible. I am someone who holds all her tension here. I don't hold tension in my lower back. This is where I hold it. So I'm pretty conscious of trying to keep this as relaxed as possible for that reason. Okay. So circulation, we tend to think of the heart, right? And of course, that's what's pumping the blood through the body. But the most important part is that that blood makes it, and that circulation makes it to the extremities of the body, right? So we're going to begin this morning by addressing the feet. Specifically, we're going to begin with the toes. It's important that our circulation is active in the toes, in the feet, in the fingers, and in the hands. Why? Because if it's not, this area starts to become a problem for us, especially if we are diabetic or pre-diabetic. but this applies to everybody. This will keep that portion of the body extremely healthy. It'll keep energy flowing through that part of the body. If you have neuropathy, this is really an important asana, set of asanas to do for that. It's also very good for your lymphatic system. So we will begin by addressing the toes. Bring your arms back so that you're comfortable. Don't bring them back so that you're leaning back. Bring them back so that you're comfortable, so that you're back in a comfortable state. Feet are perpendicular to the ground. The toes are pointing toward the sky. We're going to focus only on the toes to begin with. So we breathe in and bring the toes toward us. So the toes will come up and spread out as they're coming back. And as you're breathing out, you're going to crunch the toes together. Breathing in, the toes will open and toward you. And breathing out, the toes crunch together. The rest of the foot remains where it is. Breathing in, bring the toes toward you. If you haven't started, start now. And breathing out, crunch the toes together. Breathing in, bring the toes toward you, separating as much as you can. And breathing out, crunch the toes together. Close your eyes. Breathing in, feel the space around the toes. And breathing out, feel the toes as they come together in the space within the toes. Breathing in, bring the toes toward you, and breathing out, crunch them together. Breathing in, bring the toes toward you, and breathing out, crunch them together. Take your time. Do 5 more at your own pace with your own breath, but make sure that you're coordinating. Finish, the feet relax. Where what's happening in your toe. The toes may feel light. Beautiful feeling when you stretch the toes that way. All right. And now we'll take it to the ankle. So as we breathe in, we're going to flex the ankles. Your heels may lift off the ground a little bit. You're going to flex those ankles so that the feet are kind of coming toward. And as you're breathing out, you're going to point the toes and point the feet away from you. Breathing in, flex. And breathing out, you point. Breathing in, flexing. Take your time. And breathing out, pointing. Breathing in, flexing. And breathing out, pointing. Continue and do 5 more of these at your own pace with your own breath. If at any time you feel a cramp, go take the foot in the opposite direction, and then using your breath, go back into pointing the feet. Maybe don't point them quite as much if you're feeling cramp. But always come out of a cramp, never stay in a cramp. And when you're finished, let the feet relax, become aware of the light feet, ankles. Now, make both feet perpendicular to the ground. Feet are next to each other, but they're not necessarily touching. We're going to alternate feet, meaning I'll breathe in, my left foot is going to come toward me, and my right foot is going to point. And then I'm going to breathe out, and my left foot is going to point, and my right foot. So we're going to be doing this using the breath, but the feet are going to be going in opposite directions. So breathe in. If you can do this, close your eyes. Breathing out, point the right foot and flex the left. Breathing in, point the left and flex the right. Breathing out, point the right and flex the left. And breathing in, point the left and flex the right. Take your time. Coordinate. All the way up. Slowly and gently. Come back. Relax the feet, keep your eyes closed. Be aware of what's happening throughout the toes, feet, and the legs. Possibly, you're feeling the effect throughout your back. All right, and open your eyes. So, when you can keep your eyes closed, if you've done this before and you know what I'm talking about, then just keep the eyes closed. So bring the feet together. Breathe in here in the center. As we breathe out, we're going to take the feet toward the right and rotate the ankles. So you're going to be doing circles with your ankles. Breathing in, you start breathing forward. Breathing out to the right. Finish that breath out and point the toes. Breathing in left. Finish that breath in, flexing the feet at center. If you haven't begun, let's begin. Breathing out to the right. And breathing in to the left. Breathing out to the right. And breathing in to the left. Breathing out to the right. Breathing in to the left. Do 3 more at your own pace with your own breath. The bigger the circle, the bigger the effect, really. As you go to the right, you'll be feeling the effect in the left hip. And as you go to the left, you'll be feeling the effect in the right. The bigger the circle, the more you will feel that. Once you finish your 3 circles, then we're going to go in the opposite direction. Breathing out to the left. And breathing in to the right. Breathing out to the left. And breathing in to the right. Breathing out to the left. Breathing in to the right. Out left. In right. 3 more at your own pace with your own breath. And when you finish, come back to center. And relax it. Start seeing the effect of the circular motion. Now I'd like you to open your feet so that if you brought the toes toward each other, they wouldn't touch, okay? So you open the feet, the heels are anchored. We're going to take the feet in opposite directions. So the feet will be coming toward each other initially and doing the circles out. And then if you find that your eyes are closed and you're not quite sure how this is working, open your eyes and see. Because what's funny is with this particular asana is the brain has a difficult time with it sometimes. And so it's very good for the brain because we're making the brain work. And anytime we're making the brain focus and work in figuring out what's going on, especially with the eyes closed, we create those neural paths, right? We create synapses. So it's very brilliant for the brain itself. On top of it being very brilliant for the circulatory lymphatic. So breathe in here in the center. As you're breathing out, take the feet toward each other. Circle out to break outside. Breathing in, come back to center. Breathing out toward the inside and breathing in toward the outside. Breathing out toward the inside and breathing in toward the outside. Breathing out in and breathing in. Breathe your own pace. Sure that you are coordinated. And once you finish going in that direction, we're going to go in the opposite direction. So breathing out, taking the feet toward the outside, and breathing in, going towards center. Breathing out toward the outside, and breathing in towards center. Breathing in out toward the outside, and breathing in towards center. Do 3 more at your own pace with your own. Toes, if you need to, you can wiggle your toes, release any energy that's a little stagnant there. We're going to do focus on the knees, and what we're going to do is tighten all the muscles around the knee. So try, when we do this, I'd like you to try not to use your back, try not to use the other muscles, make sure that the feet are relaxed and that you're focusing on just that. Again, we're focusing on circulation. We're beginning from the feet and going in toward the heart, okay? But at the same time, we're also focusing on the lymphatic system, so it's a dual purpose here. All right, so your hands are behind you. I'd like you to tighten the kneecap, and that will make it so that you're tightening the muscles around the kneecap. But I want you to make sure, like I said, that the rest of you is more relaxed than not. Maybe a little difficult. You may engage your buttocks and your glutes, but try to isolate these muscles as much as possible. We're going to hold on for a count of 5. Hold on to this, and then we'll release for a count of 5. Okay? So breathing in, start tightening. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathing out, release. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, tighten. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, tighten. 2, 3, 4, 5. Release. 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more. In, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax the legs. Relax the feet. Close your eyes if they're not closed. And I want you to be aware of what's happening throughout the leg, throughout the joint. Feel the flow of energy throughout your legs, specifically from the knees. All right. So now we're going to address this juncture right here, right? We need, in order for the circulatory system to be healthy, and for the lymphatic system to be healthy, we need to break up blockages, whether they be energetic or physical blockages. So we're going to take, I want you to place your right foot on your left thigh. You're going to take your right hand under your left knee, right knee, and your left hand under your right foot. We're going to raise it a little bit, and then we're going to bring it across the other leg, right? Open. and bring it across. Open and bring it across. So in all appearances, we're working on the joints. Yes, we're working on that, but we're working on elasticity. We're making sure that things aren't becoming stiff. And that includes circulation. So right hand under your right knee, left hand under your left foot. Raise that leg up, breathing in, out. And as you're breathing out, bring it in. Breathing in, take a look out. And as you're breathing out, continue. Using your breath to set the pace for the exhale, right? Be gentle. Do one more. And let the ankle rest on your thigh. Stay here for a moment. Extend the right leg. Close your eyes and I want you to feel the difference. Now bring the left foot onto the right thigh. Left hand is under your left knee. Right hand is under the foot. Again, we're going to raise it. And we're going to open and close. Open and close. Breathing in, going out, and breathing out. Take your time. Breath, stay here for a moment. And now bring the left foot in line with the right. And keep your eyes. You gently open your eyes. Now sit comfortably. And we'll focus on our arms. Again, it's our extensions where we need to make sure that the circulation is flowing. So I want you to extend the arms in front of you. And as you breathe in, I want you to open the fingers and let them feel the energy as you're breathing in and you retract, okay? Why? Because as you breathe in, I want that flow to be something that goes through the hands, right? It sounds maybe counterintuitive. You think, well, if I breathe out, I'll flow it out. No. I want to revitalize those hands. We'll release the toxins as the fingers come back, but I want that energy to go in through the fingers and be activated, okay? So that's why we're using the breath in. So fingers are out, palms are facing down. You can close the hand, make a fist. And now as you breathe in, open the fingers. Breathing out, bring them back. Breathing in, open the fingers. Breathing out, bring them back. In, open them. Out, back. Open. Out, back. Open. Out, back. Open. Out, back. Okay. Interlace your fingers. And I'd like you to do this. You're going to kind of bring the padding here at the base of the fingers. And you're going to be going up and down. You'll be brushing up and down like this. So you're closing the hand and doing it. I want you to feel the energy. I want you to feel the flexibility in the fingers, in the base of the fingers, in that juncture of the fingers and the palm of the hand and the hand itself. Let me see if I can, in case you're confused, let me see if I can come closer. So watch, my fingers are like this, and I am just going back and forth. Slight pull on the fingers as we're turning, right? All right, release them. It's really important that we do this. We need to keep that circulation, physical as well as energetic circulation, going through the fingers. Although some of us may spend time writing, but a lot of us are just spending the time on computers. So there isn't a lot of circulation really going through the hands and the fingers. So if you can do this throughout the day, it'll really benefit that part of the body. Let's address the wrist. So thumb inside, four fingers over, arms are straight. I'd like you to take turns with your hand, or with the wrist, rather. Try to keep the arms straight. And the only part that's moving is the wrist. Now let's go in the opposite direction. You may be going with both hands in the same direction, and that's fine. Whatever is easiest for you, whatever makes more sense to you. We just want movement to be there. We want things to become elastic. We want it to be, we don't want the stiffness to be created here, because once things start becoming stiff, it's very difficult to break it up. So want to make sure that we're keeping that supple. Okay, now we'll address the shoulder, our juncture to the body. So thumb, fingers on all five fingers on your shoulders, arms together, the elbows come together. As you're breathing in, the arms come up. And as you're breathing out, back and down. Okay, let's do this together. Breathing in, up, and breathing out, back and down. Breathing in, up, and breathing out, back and down. Two more. Breathing in, up, and breathing out, back and down. Breathing in, up, and breathing out, back and down. Elbows come together. Now we'll go in the opposite direction. Breathing in, the elbows come back. Arms go up. And breathing out, forward and down. Breathing in, back, up. And breathing out, forward and down. Breathing in, back, up. Breathing out, forward and down. Breathing in, back and up. Breathing out, forward and down. One more. Breathing in, back, up. And breathing out, forward and down. Arms, hands, close the eyes. Become aware of the lightness that is settling throughout your limbs, throughout the arms and the hands, the legs and the toes and the feet. Slowly and gently lie down on your back with your head toward me. If you need a blanket, go ahead and grab a blanket now. If you need props, you'll be lying in Shavasana. We'll be doing Yoga Nidra with a little bit of pranayama prior to. So you're lying on your back. If you're more comfortable in a different position for Yoga Nidra, you can go ahead and get into a different position. But my directions are going to be assuming that you're lying in Yoga Nidra. But you could, if you need props for yoga under your knees or under your arms, go ahead and use those. And then, of course, a blanket, because it does get cold when we're lying in yoga. So you're lying on your back, your feet are apart in Shavasana. 6 inches, 12 inches, whatever it is that's comfortable for you. Your arms are at your side, palms are facing toward the sky, but they're not touching the body. And become aware of your breath as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Be aware of what parts of your body are touching the ground, and be aware of what parts of your body are not touching it. Be aware of your environment. Bring your sankalpa to you, your intention. What is your sankalpa? What is that you want to bring to you, that you want to happen with you? And start becoming aware of any scent there may be in the air. Become aware, maybe a fragrance. And become aware of the tasting you may have in your mouth. Or the lack of taste in your mouth. Just be aware of that. Your eyes are closed, but be aware of what's to your left and what's to your right. What's above you. Be aware of the sensations on your skin, how the clothes that you're wearing feel on your skin, the temperature of the environment on your skin. And be aware of any sounds, possibly the sound of a clock, maybe the sound of a refrigerator if you're indoors, the sound of cars outside, the sound of voices, whatever it may be aware of that. Now start becoming aware of the sound of your breath. The sound of your inhalation and the sound of your exhalation. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And I'd like you to start counting backwards, starting with number 48. As you inhale, think 48. And as you exhale, think 48. As you inhale, think 47. And as you exhale, think 47. And continue until you get to number 1. If you lose your place, if your mind wanders and you lose your place, go back to 48 and begin again. No big deal. Don't worry. Just go back. And now release your count. Continue to be aware of the breath as you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Be aware of that breath, but also be aware of that which makes the breath happen. Prana. Let's become aware of the flow of prana. Let's become aware of the flow of prana throughout the entire body. I want you to be aware of prana in your right thumb, vibrating. Every cell in your right thumb vibrating. In your right index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and little finger. all 5 fingers of the right hand vibrating in this pranic energy. The palm of your hand, the back of your hand, your right wrist, your right forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, right armpit, the right side of your chest, the right side of your waist, your right hip, your right thigh, the right knee, right calf, the right heel, the right ankle, the top of the right foot, the sole of the right foot, your right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, all 5 toes, the whole right side, the entire right side, vibrating in this pranic energy. Now let's go to the left side. The left thumb, the left index finger, middle finger, ring finger, little finger. All 5 fingers of your left hand, the back of your hand, the palm of your hand, your left wrist, your left forearm, your left elbow, your upper arm, the left shoulder, the left armpit, the left side of your chest, the left side of your waist, your left hip, your left thigh, the left knee, the left calf, the left heel, the left ankle, the sole of the left foot, the top of the left foot, your left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. All 5 toes vibrating in this pranic energy. Your entire left side vibrating in prana. The backs of both legs, your right buttock, your left buttock, your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, your shoulder blades, the back of your neck, the sides of your neck, the back of your head, your entire scalp, your forehead, your right temple, your left temple, your right eyebrow, your left eyebrow, your right eye, your left eye, your right ear, your left ear, your right cheek, your left cheek, your right nostril, your left nostril, your nose, your upper lip, your lower lip, your mouth, your chin, your throat, your shoulders, both arms, both hands, all 10 fingers, your entire chest, your entire abdomen, your entire pelvic region, both legs, both knees and ankles, both feet, all 10 toes, your whole body vibrating in this pranic energy. Become aware of that vibration at a cellular level. Each cell, each space, each organ, each blood cell vibrating in this pranic energy. Become aware of the center of the chest. Become aware of the energy that is created, that manifests at the center of the chest. And become aware of it dispersing throughout the entire body. Prana flowing throughout the entire body. Become aware of any sounds around you. Become aware of the temperature of the room and how it feels on the skin. Your eyes are closed. And be aware of what's around you, what's to your left, what's to your right. Be aware of the taste in your mouth, any fragrance there might be in the air. Be aware of your sankalpa, your intention. Why are you here? Let it rest in that pranic energy that flows throughout your entire body. Let it rest at the center of the chest. As you're breathing in and as you're breathing out. Point your toes away from you and relax them. Make a fist of your hands and hold them tight and relax them. Raise your right arm overhead and turn onto your right side. Bend your left knee and put it on the ground in front of you. Bring your left hand on the ground in front of you as well. In this position, any stiffness that may have settled in your back will work itself out. Become aware of the softness of this body. Become aware of that space in the chest that's important. Please use your arms. Don't use your back. Push yourself up and sit up facing me with your eyes closed. Bring your hands in your lap right palm holding the left hand, both palms facing toward the sky and the thumbs gently touching each other. Breathe in. And as you're breathing out, mentally chant Om. Put your mind where your heart is. And put your heart where your mind is. And let that be what guides you. Om Shanti. Namaste. Very slowly and very gently open your eyes.